Hi guys, the name is Mark, and basically we're going to look at something in here, and now that I've looked at it a few times, I mean, I've always known this, but never has it become so blatantly clear, right? And this is the Ontario Birth Certificate Official Government is Sued site, right? And it says, who can apply for a birth certificate? This is the person. Well, you were a God-given creature of divinity, so you can never be a person. That's just a name on a piece of paper. But it says, who can apply? And this is the person. So you rock up and you apply for this, and you even give them money, right? So if you are applying, L-Y-I-N-G, they're telling you you're lying right there, blah, 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 payment can be made, and you are now an applicant, and you can't lie, and you have decided to deal with a legal identity. Now, what's happening here is you're effectively making a claim on somebody else's property, and that you should not be, and it says claim and delivery. So if you rock up and you apply and make a claim to get this in the mail, well, they'll surely deliver it to you. So that's, that's that simple. And it says claim and delivery. A claim for the recovery of specific personal property wrongfully taken or detained. You've walked up, said that you were the person when you were not. That's wrong right there. And you've made a claim on that, and you've taken this, right, and agreed to be the person who is the subject. So a subject equals slave, right? So you're subjected to slavery. It's just that simple. And it says, so a claim for the recovery of specific personal property wrongfully taken or detained, as well for any damages caused by the taking or detention. Why were you taking this stuff? That's fraud. You should not be making a claim and agreeing to be a person who you are not. That's fraud right there, right? How's God going to look after you when you're claiming fraud on yourself right there, right? You have to be able to look after yourself first. So now you know that, and it even says here, of specific personal property. Look at the words property. I'll leave that up to you guys. Propertied, right? And this person has been propertied because these guys have leaned all that stuff out. And look at the words lean, lie, and then the letter N probably for negate. Come on, people. So nonetheless, now we're going to look at something here, and we're going to come up to, I think it's right about here. This is Black's Law 8 now, page 749. It says claim of ownership. The possession of a piece of property. This is their property. They've claimed this property. They even tell you they've claimed this property, right? And it's got a liberty number, right? And so it says the possession of a piece of property with the intention of claiming it in hostility to the true owner. So your parents rocked up, used the services of a hospital that they never had to use the government's hospital services, and a registry. They had to register this child. The child was given up as a deserted child. These people came along and made a claim of liberty, liberty. There's the numbers that this has been tied to, and borrowed money on that, and that's why this is on bond paper. Same with the birth certificate. And obviously they made a claim on it, and then they're saying, well, who can apply? So the person, you were never a person, so why then would you agree to be a person and then mistake and take somebody else's property? And then it says here, a criminal plea. So it says the possession of a piece of property with the intention of claiming it in hostility to the true owner. So that's how they look at you. You've claimed that in hostility to the true owner, which is not you, it's them. Right? So clearly you can see where we're going with this. And then it says claim or right. A criminal plea, usually to a theft charge. So they've already made the claim or right on this, and then you're rocking up, and they tell you flat out on page 747 that don't you go rocking up and mistakenly taking somebody else's property. And once again, there it is, claim and delivery. You asked for it, you applied, you even paid for it, you paid for a fee and waited for a processing time, right? And they'll process you just like a piece of processed cheese. And it even just flat out tells you right here that you've applied, you made a claim on it, they delivered it, hence delivery in the mail, a claim for the recovery of specific personal property wrongfully taken or detained. So you're holding their hot potato that you should have never applied for and said that you were the person, right? Because obviously you couldn't have been, but now you're the person. And then they're just saying here, this is why the cops come to get their stuff, is because you're holding the debt in the hands of another. Just look up the word suretyship in Blacks 8 or Blacks 2 or Blacks 9. I don't care what it is. And for all these people going, oh, well, Blacks is of no importance. No, Blacks is of importance. It tells you what the whole system is minus the rules of court. So, I mean, once you know all this, you know what claimant delivery is. You know that you're being a claimant. Why are you rocking up and claiming a person that's not yours? Clearly, that's fraud. And they're even saying that it's criminal, right? Like, people, I can't make this stuff up. So I hope that clarifies things. Now that you know you rocked up and you're holding a hot potato and you've applied, right? Who can apply? And it says the person. And so now you're the person. You were never a person before. And now you've applied. You paid a fee. You wait a processing time. They deliver this in the mail. And then you're holding on to property that you've wrongfully taken. And it says here, and then you've got the property in your hands, and that makes you the bondholder. Hence, he who holds the bonds, this birth certificate, will pay the debt for all future debt, and I don't care what it is. And you look up the word debtor, and obviously you're a slave who's going to pay. It's all about paying. And God never asked anybody to come out of the Garden of Eden. Nobody ever had to come out and pay taxes. Birds and bees don't pay taxes. So you might want to think about this. And even if you think you're higher up on the food chain, look at all these bankers supposedly who are committing suicide or wind up getting shot from inside. These people, trust me, people, when you dance with the devil, well, I'm sorry, there's no honor among thieves. It's just that simple. And even people who think they're higher up, I'm sorry, man, but they go missing too, oddly enough. And that's maybe evil doing God's work. I don't know. Maybe that's just a real weird thing, but that yin yang day night thing, right? And all life is a game of chess. I mean, you have your knights, you have your bishops, your bishops, you have your queen, right? It's all just a game of chess. You send your pawns out to die first because they're responsible. Re-pawns able, right? People, pawns are a dime a dozen. So don't be a pawn, don't be a subject, don't be a slave, don't be a servant, don't be a chattel note, and let these people hold the debt, and let these people, if they want to apply and be the person who is responsible for this because they're holding the bond, let them hold the bond and let them pay the debt. It's just that simple. We've established he who holds the bond, this birth certificate, is going to pay that debt. And if you think you're going to run around and you hold this bond and you're the bondholder, makes you the bondsman, puts you into bondage, hence into prison, and you're in a jail cell and you're not even aware that you're in a cell yet, and that's why they can come get you anytime. Then you're running around without a license going, oh, well, I can travel. And they're going, no, you're the subject matter of all legislation because it says who can apply, and you said you were that person. So, and then you're wrongfully taking our property. What the fuck is wrong with you? You have to have rocks in your head, and you think we're going to let you go now? Right? I'm sorry, but you've caused us damage, and that's why we had to send our police, our police enforcers, over to collect this. You're holding the debt in the hands of another. You're holding effectively property that's not yours. And you've even given up your body and said that it was property. The whole thing, people, I can't make this up. You look up serve us. It's clear who these people want you to serve. And then you know, it's funny. I just want to share one thing here. This claim of right that was made because your parents didn't know that they were giving you up through C-29 for adoption, right? And this claim of right here, there's something else that it says. And we're just going to go like this. And key words here. Okay, sorry guys, we want one of these. There, claim of ownership. The possession of a piece of property with the intention of claiming it in hostility, where are people born? Hospitals, hospitality to the true owner. So are you owner? T stands for title, right? So these people are claiming that they've got the paramount interest. So don't you go claiming their property. That would be fraud. And they even tell you so right here, Black's Law 8. And you know, it's keywords here. It says, with the intention of claiming it in hostility to the true owner. So they don't care if you own it or not. They're telling you they deal in stratocracy, arms, hence an army, right? Soldiers, sold yours, sold die, sold your soul. R stands for overhead. Judge sits above you, hence overhead on a pedestal, right? People, and that's why he's going to bill you. He's going to bail you if you understand you stand under his statute, because effectively he's a dead man who will come to life and make a claim of liberty, claim of lie be our tie, and you've claimed that you were the lie. Hence, that's fraud. So now that you know this is all fraud, what are you going to do about it? right? It's just that simple, people. So I send everybody green lights, and I'll be honest with you, now that you know you're partaking in Satan's system, the devil's system, and money equals one word, basically demonic, demon, IC, the devil, the work of D for debt and evil, right? It's not good, people. So if you want to live the age of the debt when you never had to come out of the Garden of Eden and pay for nothing, you never had to cover your private parts with all these public pieces of paper, you just didn't have to do it. So send that shit back, make sure it's certified, and don't ever open their shit from the mail in the whole 9 yards. It's just that simple. Peace. Bye.